Hello everyone, welcome back to Kiran's English Hub. So we are continuing with the summaries of 6th class English, and in this video we shall go through Unit 5 Reading C, that is Children Speak Up. So far we have completed up to Unit 5 Reading A and B. So till Unit 4 it is completed, and Unit 5 up to A and B is completed, and you can see those videos in the playlist of 6th class. So those who still did not subscribe to Kiran's English Hub, just simply go to the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so that you can get the notifications whenever I upload new videos. And you can go through 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th classes English textbook explanation, lesson explanations. So you can go through the playlist and find out all the rest of the videos. And without wasting any time, we shall go through the lesson here. So we can see the title and reading C, Children Speak Up. So what do you mean by the title Speak Up? Okay, so speak up is simply like question something. Okay, question towards some problem. So here children are the people, children are the members of some organization in this lesson who are speaking on behalf of the nature, who are speaking about the problems that are arising in the nature, who are speaking, who are asking to save the nature, who are asking the younger generations, the older generations to save the nature. Usually the younger generations and the older generations teach the children about the good and bad, pros and cons of the society. But here in this lesson we see something different from the usual, where the children are asking the older and younger generations to save the nature. Okay, let us see. Children speak up. So here we go. So this is an extract from a speech given by Severin Suzuki, a 13-year-old girl from Canada, on June 11, 1992 at the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro. Okay, so this is an extract. What do you mean by extract? Extract is like a part. Okay, it is just a part of the speech which is made by a girl, a 13-year-old girl. Her name is Severin Suzuki, and she is from Canada. And this speech was given on June 11, 1992, where the Earth Summit. Why the Earth Summit are taking place? Earth Summits are usually conducted, like once in a year, or twice in a year, like that, to speak about the importance, to speak about the problems that are arising, or which are affecting the nature, and to speak about the solutions to save the nature. So this girl has spoken on that platform. Okay, and let us see what she has spoken. Okay, so in this lesson we are going to see the speech that is made by this little girl. Okay, so she is speaking like this. Hello, I am Seven Suzuki. So she is introducing herself, speaking for CEO. Okay, what is the acronym for CEO? The full form of CEO is the Environmental Children's Organization. Okay, so she is just speaking on behalf of the Environmental Children's Organizations. So we are a group of 4 and 12 12 and 13 years olds from Canada trying to make a difference. Vanessa Sweetie, Morgan Gessler, Mitchell Quegg, and me. So these are 4 students who are aging from 12 to 13 who are trying to make difference. Okay, so these are their names. So we raised all the money ourselves to come 6,000 miles to tell you adults that you must change your ways. Okay, so there is a summit that is going on Rio de Janeiro. So there these 4 children from Canada came to speak on the importance of the earth. Okay, importance of the environment. So they have raised money by themselves for the expenses, to be spent to come to Canada there. So this girl has something important to say and to speak to us. Okay, so here I am here to speak for all future generations to come. Why did she come this long? She has come this long to speak for all the future generations. Okay, she's asking help to save all the future generations. So I'm here to speak on behalf of all the starving children around the world whose cries go unheard. What do you mean by starving children? Starving children in the sense the children who are poor, the children who don't have food to eat, the children who are away from the natural things like food, water, clothing and shelter. So the world is becoming hell, the world is becoming so cruel. So this girl wants to make something different, and this girl wants to develop the lifestyles of the poor kids. Okay, so I am here to speak for the countless animals dying across the planet because they have nowhere left to go. Why they have nowhere left to go? Because there is a lot of deforestation. Okay, lakhs and thousands of acres of land is deforested day and day. So here she is there to speak for the on behalf of the generations, on behalf of the people. She is there to speak on behalf of the children, and she is there to speak on behalf of the environment, the animals, the plants. Okay, so you can see a picture here, that the imaginary picture, where all the countries like India, Russia, China, France, okay, where they are seated there. And here we go. Next, I'm afraid to go out into the sun. Why? Because of the holes in the ozone. She is saying that she is afraid to go into the sun. She is afraid to go out of her holes. Why? She is saying that the holes of the ozone are becoming dangerous. Okay, we all know that if there is no ozone layer, we get the harmful rays from the sun directly on our skin, and we get the cancers and different skin allergies. Okay, so now the ozone layer is becoming less and less, and it is giving so much of danger, sirens to the human, saying like, just protect me and I will protect you. So if she has mouth, she would have said that. Next, I'm afraid to breathe the air because I don't know what chemicals are in it. She is also telling the air is completely contaminated, the air is completely polluted, and because of that, she is afraid to breathe that air. She is telling, I don't know what type of chemicals are in that air, because many big factories are just releasing whatever the chemical, dangerous chemicals that are there in their factories into the air. Okay, so that same air is taken by us, and we get so much of health diseases, lungs diseases, and the breathing diseases and all. I used to go fishing in Vancouver, my hometown. Vancouver is the place of her, where she was born, with my dad. Until just a few years ago, we found the fish full of cancers. So she used to go fishing. She used to go on fishing with her father in her hometown, and one day she found a fish with lot of full of cancers. Okay, cancers in the sense the fish would have been with so much of wounds, with the disturbed face, and with no proper scales on its body. Okay, so the fish, cancered fish are usually like that. So since that day she stopped fishing. So and now we hear about animals and plants going extinct every day, vanishing every day. We all know, we all have been hearing that animals are being killed, plants are being killed, and earth is in very dangerous situation. Though we know this, we are still doing the same by eating the animals, by cutting the trees, by not planting the plants. Okay, so she is completely trying to save the environment, save the earth, and she is giving us, she is asking us to help her out to save the environment, because she alone can't do it. So in my life, I have dreamt of seeing the great herds of wild animals, jungles, and rainforests full of birds and butterflies. But now I wonder if they will even exist for my children to see. So she is also telling, so far in her life, she she had dreamt of seeing great herds. Herds in the sense the group of wild animals. Okay, the huge number of animals at one place is called herds. Okay, so she used to imagine to see these type of herds of animals, jungles, rainforests, butterflies and birds. But today, now on that day, she is telling, now I'm just thinking, I'm just thinking, if uh, that future generations like our children and grandchildren would be able to see these animals or not, because animals, there are some species, some special and important species which are dying. We can hear in the news that there are different species which are ending. Scientists are say trying to save them. So they are all dying because of the deforestation, since they are not getting proper food, since because of the contaminated water, river waters, and polluted air. So this is what happens when human use the nature in a negative way. Okay, so she's at least asking us to help all the animals. Did you have to worry about these things when you were of my age? So usually children of this age don't focus on these things very much, but this little girl is asking all the children of her age, like 13, 14, 15-year kids, to come forward to get into the society, to ask the society to save the animals. So here you may be delegates of your governments, business people, organizers, reporters, or politicians, but really you are mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, aunts and uncles. Okay, she is telling to the that the group of delegates there who are present in that meeting. She is telling, so you may be very uh, government delegates, very big officers, business people, press people and all, but you are also fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters of different people, right? So we too have relations. So all of you are someone's child, each and every one of you are someone's child. So I am only a child, yet I know we are all part of a family. 5 billion strong, in fact 30 million species strong, and we all share the same air and water and soil. So she's trying to say that, see, you, me, and everyone have our own relatives, own father, mother, brothers, and sisters. Just like that, just like we have our own relatives, we also have 30 million more species. In that 30 million more species, we humans are one type of species. Okay, so just imagine how many thousands and millions of species are left behind. So all these 30 millions of species have only single place to live, that is earth, and we 30 million species have to share the same air, same water, same place to live. So this earth is not the only place for we single human species, but it is also the place for other millions of species. So we human are just utilizing or using for our own benefits, instead of thinking for the life and livelihood of the other millions of species. Okay, so we also share borders, and governments will never change that. Okay, so I am only a child, yet I know we are all in this together and should act as one single world towards one single goal. So she is also telling that we are also equal to the animals, where we have to share everything. So we have one single world, like one single earth, and we have one single goal. What is that goal? We have to live happily. We humans think like that, but even animals have the same feeling. They too want to live happily. So that is the goal of every species, and we all have the same place to live. So you have to save the place, we have to live happily. So in my anger I am not blind, and in my fear I am not afraid to tell the world how I feel. So you see, actually angry towards all the human, because human are simply contaminating, in polluting, and destroying all the earth. Okay, so she is so much she has a lot of anger towards a human. So is telling, I am not simply blind to get this much angry, I have a reason. Okay, and she is also telling she doesn't have fear, she is not afraid. She is not afraid how people think about her. So I am only a child. We can see that she is repeating, I am only a child, I am only a child. She is telling, see, I am just a 13-year-old kid, and I'm able to think this in this large way, in this big way. And what about you guys? You are big delegates, you are you know that you're a businessman, you have a lot of age, you have a lot of experience, and why you guys are not able to think in that way? Okay, so she's just a kid and she has these many thoughts. What about us? We are very big, we have a lot of experience, we have very good age. Why are we not trying to save our planet? Okay, just indirectly she is questioning all the delegates who are sitting there. Okay, so I am only a child, yet I know if all the money spent on war was spent on ending poverty and finding environment answers, what a wonderful place the earth would be. She has a very interesting statement here. She's telling all the billions of crores, all the millions of crores, that money which is spent on the war, which is spent on the ammunition, which is spent on the bombs, which is spent on the nuclear weapons, if that money can be spent to save the earth, to end the poverty, to save the environment, then earth would have been a very happiest place to live. See, we human are trying to go to the Mars and make human habitation there. What about earth? What about earth? No one is caring for the earth. We are just only looking forward to live in the different planets. First save the place where you are living, then you plan to live on the different planet. That is what she's thinking there. That is what she would like to tell them. So all the money that is spent to kill the people, if the same money is spent to save the people, then the earth would have been more happier place to live. So at school, even in the kindergarten, you teach us how to behave in the world. Okay, in the kindergarten, like KG and PGs, teachers teach the kids how to live in the world. You teach us not to fight with others, to work things out, to respect others, to clean up our mess, not to hurt other creatures, to share, not to be greedy. These are the things that we usually are being taught in the kindergartens, right? Do not fight, do not get angry, do not beat others, do not help. All these things, all the morals we learn in the LKGs and UKGs. Then why do you go out and do the things you tell us not to do? See, what do the politicians do? The politicians usually get, they make arguments, they make wars, they kill the people, they give orders to kill the people. All these things are taught in the kindergartens not to do. But these delegates, they have very good knowledge. What are they doing? They are just doing whatever that is not meant to be done. Okay, so that is what she's, whatever the things that are taught in the school are not being practiced outside the world. That's what she wants to say there. So do not forget what you are attending, why you are attending these conferences. You are doing this for your own children. You are deciding what kind of a world we will grow up in. So all the conferences that are made related to the environment, saving, earth saving, are to save our future generations. So we are just building this thing to save our future generation, to save our own children. So you are actually going to decide how our future children will live. So if we at least a plant today, our children will live under it. We are deciding that if we cut a tree, then our children are going to live under the sun, under the sunlight. So that is what happens. So whatever the thing or whatever the decisions that we make today must be useful for our future generations. Next, parents should be able to comfort their children by saying everything is going to be all right, it's not the end of the world, we are doing the best we can. Okay, even the parents must support their children when children are little bit, when children are little bit afraid of the environment and all. The parents should also support the children saying, okay, it's okay, fine, everything is going to be all right, nothing is going to be wrong, because the positive vibrations will make the children strong and the children can bring up with the new ideas. But I don't think you can say that to us anymore. Are we even on your list of priorities? So even there is another big question here. She is directly asking the people who are sitting there, who are also parents. She is asking, are we in the sense, are we children even on your list of priorities? Because parents are completely busy these days, not caring even for the children. Okay, leave about plants, leave about animals, leave about the earth and environment. Are the humans, are the parents, are caring for their children at least? Are they at least spending time for their own children? No, even this is not happening. So that is the question again she is raising. She is telling here, you guys are not caring for your own kids, then how are you trying to save the earth? How are you trying to save the other species? So she is at least asking us to be a proper human first and to do the humanary things later. My dad always says, you are what you do, not what you say. So this is the most important proverb that we usually hear. You are what you do, not what you say. People usually, what do we call them as the drum beaters. They beat, their own drum. They say, I am this, I am that, I am great, I am doom dham. But what happens in their deeds? They do not do any good to anybody. So this girl's dad says, help people instead of saying help. Okay, so just like Mother Teresa said, you know helping hands are better than praying lips. Okay, instead of saying, instead of telling, you do in your own, own deeds. Okay, so that is going to make the world better. Well, what do you okay what do you make what do you well what do make me cry at night? You grown ups say you love us. Usually, what do parents say? Okay, I love you, that, this. I challenge you, please make your actions reflect your words. Thank you for listening. She has completed her own speech in a very simple and a beautiful way and very important way. She tells, see, we have a very good proverb that, instead of speaking, we have to show, affection in the words, in actions. So just like that, she is telling, see, you parents are telling us that you love us so much, right? So stop saying, show it in the actions. Okay, show it in the actions. And instead of saying I love you children, show that in actions. Instead of saying I save animals, so show that in the actions. Instead of saying plant trees, you come out and plant trees. Okay, instead of saying save the environment, you come out and save the environment. So that is the indirect definition that she has given to all the delegates, and also all the to all the world, and to me, and to every single viewer who is watching this video. So guys, not only listening to the class, but we should also take some good, some moral, some available, some important thing, from the every lesson, just like this 13-year-old girl has taught us. Okay, so this is the source from, this is the source of this lesson. You can go through this website if you want to know more about this lesson. I think we don't have any glossary here. We have some questions that will be dealt later. So this is it for this video. So in the next video we will come up with the next unit, that is reading A, that is Rip Van Winkle. That is another beautiful and wonderful lesson. So till then, take care, and before leaving the video, don't forget to subscribe my video. Those who still did not subscribe, share this video to your friends, to your colleagues. This is not just a 6th class lesson, this is the lesson of our life. You can even share it to your grandparents, parents also. Okay, so like it, so that I get so much of support, so much of encouragement to do more videos. So until then, take care, God bless you.